Shakespeare's Hamlet. Once upon a time, in a mystical land named Denmark, there lived a King Hamlet and a Queen Gertie. They lived happily together with their son Hamlet. One day, however, everything changed.
The king died due to unknown causes. Everyone was sad. They felt like they were stuck under a very rainy cloud.
With all deliberate speed, boys and girls, the widow Queen Gertie married her deceased husband's brother, Claudius, a bad man with a big mustache the size of an elephant's trunk.
One dark and stormy night, from behind a large bushy bush outside of the castle, a ghost that resembled the late King Hamlet appeared.
The guards were frightened. "What should we do?" they cried. "I don't know. Maybe we should kill it," cried another. "No, duh, silly. It's already dead." Before the guards could do anything, the ghost disappeared into the moonlight.
Meanwhile, inside of the castle, King Claudius and Queen Gertie were confused why Hamlet was still sad about his father's death. "Get over it, kid," said Papa Claudius. "Yes, get over it," said Mama Gertie. "You're not the boss of me," said Hamlet, quietly so no one could really hear him.
"Oh, that this too sullied flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve itself into a dew," said Hamlet. "My new father, King Claudius, is a bully, and my mother is a hoe. Oh, most wicked speed, to post with such dexterity to incestuous sheets," cried Hamlet.
Meanwhile, Ophelia, a Danish maiden, was talking to her brother. "Don't you be friends with that Hamlet boy. He is not a nice boy." "Okay," she said.
The next day, Horatio, one of the people that saw the ghost the night before, said, "Hey, Hamlet, do you want to see something cool? I saw a ghost that looks like your papa, the one that died." Then Hamlet said, "That's cool. Let's go see him tonight."
That night, Hamlet looked behind the bushy bush, and there was his father's ghost. "Dad, I've missed you so much. How did you die?"
"Hamlet, I am your father. If you want Daddy's love, you must avenge my death. For your uncle, now father, King Claudius, killed me."
"By Merlin's beard," said Hamlet. "Are you for real?"
"Yes," said the ghost.
The next day, Ophelia started crying. "Hamlet's hurt my feelings. He's crazy," she said. "I'm going to tell his parents," said Ophelia's father, Polonius. "No crazy boy is going to scare off my little girl." When King Claudius heard the news about Hamlet being bad, he sent Hamlet's old friends Rosencrantz and Guildenstern to find out what was wrong.
Meanwhile, Hamlet decides to trick his stepfather by showing him a play that reenacts the supposed murder of his father. If King Claudius gets mad, he knows that the ghost is telling the truth. "Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounce it to you trippingly on the tongue," said Hamlet. "My life sucks. To be or not to be?"
Watching the play, King Claudius gets angry, like a burning desert. proving that he is the killer. "Lights!" cries Claudius. "Let's end the play."
"Now I need to man up and kill him," said Hamlet.
"Now, mother, what's the matter?" asks Hamlet. "Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended," said Queen Gertie. "Mother, you have my father much offended," said Hamlet. There was a rustling in the Arias, and thinking it was King Claudius, Hamlet stabbed it. "I am slain," said Polonius. "Whoops," said Hamlet. "Be nice to your mama," said the ghost.
The next morning, while the king and queen were eating their balanced breakfast, Queen Gertie mentioned a little row she had with Hamlet the night before, and that Hamlet had slipped and killed Polonius. "Oh no!" said the king. His large mustache and upper lip quivered like a snake about to pounce on a little albino mouse. "Let's get rid of him. Boarding school!" "No," said Queen Gertie. "Let's send Rosencrantz and Guildenstern to ask him where Polonius's body is, and everything will be okay."
When Rosencrantz and Guildenstern confront Hamlet later that day, Hamlet gets angry and won't tell them where Polonius's body is. "No way, Jose," says Hamlet.
Meanwhile, Ophelia gets very sad because her dad has just been killed. She goes crazy. Later that day, her brother Laertes comes back from college and is upset that his father is dead and his sister is crazy.
Then, later that day, Ophelia drowns in a vortex of water.
Later that day, at the funeral, all of the friends and family were wearing black to the funeral. "The devil take thy soul," said Laertes to Hamlet. "Thou prayest not well," said Hamlet in response.
So then Hamlet and Laertes get really sad because Ophelia has died, and they start to duel. Queen Gertie thinks she was going to drink her milk, but instead drank a poisoned cup of juice meant for Hamlet. Meanwhile, Laertes takes his poisoned dagger and stabs Hamlet. Then Hamlet uses one half of his leftover strength to kill Laertes.
"The point in venom too. Then venom to thy work," said Hamlet. "Treason! Treason!" cried everybody there. "Oh, yet defend me, friends! I am but hurt!" cried the king. "Here, thou incestuous, murderous, damned Dane, drink off this potion. Is thy union here? Follow my mother!" With a shudder, the king closed his eyes for the last time and coughed.
"Oh, I die, Horatio," said Hamlet, who, if you remember, has already been poisoned. "Goodbye, Horatio. Don't kill yourself, because remember that one guy, Fortinbras, would be an awesome king for Denmark." "Okay," said Horatio. "See you in heaven, I think."
Just then, Fortinbras arrived. "Perfect timing," said Horatio. "Cool," said Fortinbras. "Let 4 captains bear Hamlet like a soldier to the stage, for he was likely, had he been put on, to have proved most royal. And for his passage, the soldiers' music and the right of war speak loudly for him. Take up the bodies. Such a sight as this becomes the field, but here shows much amiss. Go, bid the soldiers shoot."
To thine own self be true.
The end.